So hi, my name is Jason Nelson. Just wanted to run you through a little bit of my history and how I started, and from childhood, like I was into dinosaurs, like most every kid was, and dinosaurs don't exist anymore, so it was on to reptiles, and I was always fascinated. My friends were always fascinated. I guess I was more fascinated than them because I'm still playing around. But yeah, as a kid in northern Utah, catching garter snakes and lizards and anything you could find, and it was always something we always wanted to do. One of our friends caught, when we were in grade school, their older brother brought home a big 4-foot gopher snake, and that was like, wow. And it was such, it was so docile. We'd get her out and play with her, and she would never hiss or get mad or anything, and we just thought that was one of the neatest snakes as a child. And then we grew up, and we, as a young adult, still wanting to play around with snakes, still doing a lot of herping in the field, and eventually I heard about other snakes. And when I got back into snakes, because I took a lot of time off from snakes in my childhood and did a lot of lizards and frogs, mostly because I wasn't allowed to have snakes in the house. But I played with lots of anoles and geckos and tree frogs, and that was I love the smaller stuff, the pretty bright stuff, and not like their high dollar stuff now, but I still love that stuff to today. And tree frogs, I'm a huge tree frog person. People might not know that. I'm a huge anole and gecko person too. Like, I love those things, and maybe one day we'll play with them again. Like I said, I discovered king snakes, and I picked out kings and milks, and I was like, my first three were, I got a gray banded king snake, I got an Arizona mountain king snake, and I got a tangerine hunter. And this was in the mid 90s, and then it just blew up from there. And then the internet came out, and Reptiles magazine came out just before that, and it was just like, I'm not alone. There's other people that love doing what I do. And I just thought my friends were partially passionate about it, but I was fully invested. Had great mentors like Rick Blair, Matt Smith, local guys that took me under the wings and taught me a lot and showed me a lot. And since then, it's changed a lot. I do a lot of stuff differently, and what works for me, I've learned. And I was a king snake guy, like I said, and then I bought a pair of albino Sonorans on a whim, just because they were like $100 a pair, and I bought those and took them home and started feeding those and taking care of those, and those were my favorite snakes. Still to this day, Sonoran gophers are my favorite snakes. It was just so neat to see an animal that wasn't so finicky, that just ate every time, and you could watch them grow practically. And and it's just, and that's kind of where I'm at now. I still love the kings and milks, but pits are my passion. Bull snakes, gopher snakes, San Diego Sonorans, Great Basins, those are probably my, then bull snakes, those four are probably my top four. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at today. Changed a lot of things, refined a lot of things, but still have the passion and drive, and still going strong. I think what keeps me so passionate today is I get to create. I'm still creating a ton of new projects and color morphs that haven't or don't exist, and so that's what drives me still. I still love the animals, and I still herp a lot. A couple of my favorite projects I want to show you a few. And this guy here, I'm going to show you. It's a rusty Meeker Sonoran, but Sonorans are my favorite. Like I said, I'm very passionate about the rusties. Greg Feaster and I think we had the last two rusties, and they were going to be extinct, and we outcrossed ours separately on our own, and we kind of revitalized that project. It probably would have been gone if no one would have outcrossed it. And so I just love this gene. It's complex and I don't fully understand it still, but I'm having fun with it and creating some beautiful animals. I want to show you this guy. He was the first rusty Meeker. And so you get these, got the normal colored eyes, but with these red, rusty pattern. It's got a little bit of a nose rub, but yeah, I just think this was fun. This was still one of my favorite snakes to produce and work with. And another one of my favorites is an Envy Snow. I coined it after my company, and it was something I worked on for a long time, and it was as great as I thought it would be. So I want to show you that. It just happens to be in her water dish, behaving. So not all of them are this yellow, but look at those eyes. They're silver irises with these lavenders and purples and this intense yellow and the white head. This is a San Diego gopher. So if you were not aware or not familiar, San Diego gophers, and I love these too. So this is a color morph I'm very prideful of. This is the snake that got me into Pitchiophis, an albino Sonoran gopher, and I just love the species in general, but this is just naturally beautiful colored animals, and this is gonna get better as it goes, like this tail where that's bright orange. And so I've been doing this, breeding snakes, for 26 years, 27 years, I believe now. I still have a fire with some new morphs and projects that I'm working on, and a couple of Sonoran projects I'm working on that I'm super excited about. I'm working on a white-sided times rusty project. I'm working on a white-sided xanthic project. I'm working on white sides themselves. That's really new as well. Rusty forks, rusty super forks, xanthic super forks, and there's a few more that are going to pop up. And so I still have only produced one xanthic Meeker, which I don't know why it's so hard to replicate, but still excited about that. So there's still a lot of Sonoran stuff that is to come, and I think I think that Sonoran gopher snakes are going to have a bright future. A lot of new color morphs coming out, a lot of new stuff, and so still excited about working with these animals.